Alright, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today, Dan and I are going to be exploring an abandoned house. It's really cold out right now. It's actually the first snow of the year, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, we're going to head right in, show you guys what's left. Let's get right on into it. So, right now we kind of like entered through like this like cellar. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a cellar, not really a basement. And look at all these jars. It's so weird. Feels like, I feel like I said this before when I was here last, because I have been here before, back in April. Very like doomsday prepper. I want people to place bets on what that is. I'm gonna say like diced up green beans. But maybe this is diced up green beans because it's more green. I don't know what that is. Maybe like, looks like brown lumps. Also, I don't know if you guys can, actually you can see that pretty well. May of 1974, that's when this newspaper is from, so definitely super dated. Okay guys, we're gonna make our way up these stairs and see what else is going on. Probably just a little sketchy going up these, but it's fine. So over here, it's kind of like a living room type area. A lot of water damage. I don't know how recent that is. Didn't look like it last time, but it happens. Kind of like couch over there, a little like recliner. There's also a lot of these like National Geographic little booklets. So I don't know if they just had a particular obsession with that. So something kind of interesting too, there's like this little closet and there's like still the jacket left behind. I don't really know much of the back history of this place. I know that this house was built in 1757, which is crazy, you know, almost like another lifetime ago, how it feels. But as for like who lived here, what happened to them, I had a really hard time figuring any of that out. So I don't know who this belonged to, what part of the history this has anything to do with. Interestingly enough, this place used to have power. I used to be able to pull this and it would turn on, and I think they finally shut the power off. Don't necessarily know why it took them so long to do that, but yeah, would have been cool to show you guys, but I mean, it's not that eventful. Literally the light would have just turned on. You can just see there's a few other random things here too, like these really, really old ski boots. You can see that they're like speckled in mold. So you can tell that they've just been sitting there for a really, really long time. And then the rest of here is like this giant atlas map and like American cooking books, I guess. I don't know. So just a lot of stuff all over the place. You can hear cars outside maybe. I don't know if you can hear that. And among the rest of the stuff that's kind of scattered all over here, we got this older like Hoover vacuum. I don't know. Sometimes I just like to see those like more like vintage pieces. Obviously this is not as vintage as like that other abandoned house I went into. If you haven't checked out that video, definitely check it out. So as we can see, we've kind of finally made our way into the kitchen. Definitely a little bit more beat up than I remember. Sadly that happens, but I mean, it was pretty grimy to begin with. There's like a lot of like little things left behind here. So old Pam cooking spray, salt, little things like that. Interestingly enough, there's also like the washer and dryer units in here. I'm not really sure why. This looks like the sink, and I don't know if this is like, it's not an oven because the oven is over there, so I feel like it must be like a drying unit of some sort. Ooh. Probably gonna leave it like that so I don't break it. Actually no, it says automatic dishwasher, so I guess it's just, it looks very different to what I'm used to seeing. But then again, this house is really dated, so there's no surprise there. We even got more stuff over here. It's like the spice rack. Lots of random stuff. I think that's coffee, but it looks like it's like bubbling up with like, again, more mold, no surprise. Again, all these finds are always so cool to me because you can see how like the bottles just look so, I don't know, just old, vintage. And then here's the stovetop, all the, you know, cooking little tools that they would need, still all rode up, nice and ready to go. And you can tell this is also definitely an older, much older style oven, General Electric. But, yeah, I'm also gonna give you a peek inside the fridge because last time I was here there was a lot of food left, so I'm curious to see what the deal was with that. Okay guys, here's the inside of that fridge. Like I said before, there used to be power running to this place, at least when I was here last. So back then this was cold still. Like everything worked, so nothing stank. This stuff reeks now, so I just wanted to show you, but I'm not gonna harbor on that for too long. So I know someone was gonna ask probably to take some food out of the fridge and check the expiration date. So we did. It smells awful. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for the first floor. So we're gonna make our way upstairs up this way, and that'll take us to the bedrooms, and that's kind of like the main star of the show here. Okay, so here I believe is one of the first bedrooms. It's filled with a lot of stuff now. It looks like some of the stuff here was like, this could have been a mattress or a bed. Doesn't look like a conventional bedroom, like I said, but there's a lot of cool little like findings scattered around here. So I like that there's like all these like really old papers, and like very handwritten stuff. I don't know, a lot of it's like from Italy, Rome, so I don't know if this is also like people traveling a lot and then writing about their experiences. Got even more of this stuff. This one says 1773 to 1812, maybe, so it's maybe like some old history. Even like this, it's like a purse, I don't know, yeah, purse of some sort, so that's kind of cool to see too. It's actually a nice little message here too. Please be respectful of this house. I agree with that statement. Please do be respectful. I found this kind of interesting too. There's like a bunch of these cards and a lot of it seems tied to American history. So I don't know if maybe the person who lived here was just a really big like history buff, or maybe they were like a teacher. I don't know. I'm trying to like think in my mind what this could have been tied to, but just very interesting. And again, this is like a lot of it's handwritten. This is like oh, that is so weird that I pulled that, guys. That is my name right there. This is just a random one I just pulled out. It says, well, obviously it needs the A, but that's still so weird that that happened. But yeah, American thought, freedom, history of US. I don't know. That's just so weird. And look how like browned up the pages are. I don't know. I love seeing stuff like this because it's just, you're touching history. Even if it's not like something super significant or valuable, this is someone's life and you don't know what happened to them. It's just so weird. That's a little spooky for me. From like the back perspective of this room, there's not really, again, there's still a lot to like unpack here. There's a lot of boxes and things. The only thing I also find really interesting is these like older books. See one that's like philosophy of teaching, that's down there. So maybe that's like going off of my theory that maybe someone was like a history teacher here. Methods of instruction, that's another one. I don't know. I feel like that like makes sense to me. Like you have all of these things here. Definitely gonna make sure to wash my hands later. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh my god, you touch things. Yeah, I do. So anyways, that's about it for this room. I feel like there's just too much to sort through and I don't want to disturb all of this. It's a lot. So I'm gonna probably hop into one of the other rooms nearby. So here's the final bedroom. It's kind of like the main thing that people I feel like come to see here. It's just really cool to see all of this left behind. I'm probably gonna go a little bit more in detail with all the things left in here, but the main thing kind of is cool, like the bed and everything is like from the headboard and everything. It's one of the few rooms in here you can walk in and still kind of imagine like living in here, rather than all the other rooms where there's like boxes and boxes of things just piled everywhere. Okay, so right off the bat we gotta start with something creepy, right? So we got like a little doll that looks very weird, and like this little lamb. I know the last time I was here this like lamb was like set up on the bed. Like I said, things change a lot around here. We got our Lord and Savior, some would say, Jesus Christ. And like other old pictures here too. This is something that I always find so fascinating, is like, who were these people? Are they like related to the family here? Because like who else would have a, you know, picture like this in their room except for like, oh, like someone, like if this is like your daughter or you when you were young, I don't know. And here we got another like older picture. It looks a lot more beat up since last time. Like a lot of like powder and dust and everything, but yeah, like another kind of like older looking dude. I don't know, again, it could have been like the guy who lived here, family member. And then here are those like last photographs that are in here. This one looks like more of like a painting. Yeah, don't really know what the story is behind all those, and that's something that's kind of frustrating with houses. You have a lot harder of a time figuring out what came from where, like the backstory, everything. And then right here too, got one last picture. Looks very similar to the woman in that other picture from before. I think it was maybe the same person. And maybe even her hairbrush, I don't know. Again, very kind of like haunting in a way to see all of these things and just know that it's like, this place is a shell of memories. And over here too, we just got a lot of like little vintagey type things. This is like smoker chew. I think that was like maybe like a can of like tobacco. No, actually cigars, I think. But it says chew, so I don't know if it was like not wrapped or what. Got some music, like record player, a old violin. Very like, again, all this stuff is very old school feel, like the lamp and everything, and just, it's a shame that this actually broke. Who knows how long it's been like that, but yeah. And this is also something I've always thought was interesting too, that like, they're like the display piece here of like this really old looking dress. I can't even say how old this one probably is. I don't think, just from looking at it from here, it doesn't look like it has a tag on the back, so I don't know. We actually figured out that it actually maybe isn't, I don't know if it's broken or if it's just supposed to slide in like that, because it looks like it.
Didn't you like glue it probably?
Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say, but we also don't know if this is a violin or not a violin. Well, yeah, viola. What is it?
Oh, it's probably missing the chin piece too.
Yeah. Well. Oh well. I don't think anyone's really using it right now. So. And then of course we got even more dolls, because what makes a bedroom more comforting and not creepy than a bunch of these like Raggedy Ann type feeling dolls? It's just weird. I don't know, some people I know that have like a thing that dolls just like really weird them out. I don't know, sometimes like it depends on the type for me. These aren't as weird. I feel like the ones that are hyper realistic start to weird me out a little more. Speaking of the more hyper realistic creepy dolls, these are the ones that I feel like are a little more strange to look at. Like the ones that, I don't know if these ones blink. I think this one might blink if you moved it. That weirds me out. But yeah. And then here's, like I said, a bigger shot of like the bed, or like more detailed focus, like headboard. And this blanket has been on here, I think, since at least I've been here in April, probably longer. Who knows when this place was abandoned, but yeah, it's very, I don't know. There's just something about this room that just, it always feels so eerie. I know when me and Sonny were here last time, we had some like, kind of like more, almost borderline paranormal things started feeling like they were happening. So I think at some point I would love to come back here and do more like an in-depth investigation rather than just filming and showing you guys. So maybe let me know in the comments how you feel about that, if you would want to see that. So we're gonna make our way out, and hopefully these dolls and their probably possessed creepy spirits don't follow us home. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed walking through this abandoned house with me. It's definitely a unique one, seeing all these dolls, definitely creepy. Anyways, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And of course, like always, I'll catch you in the next one.